Finding area of a compound shape. Find the area of the following figure with the indicated dimensions. Note that the figure represents a geometric shape with a hole in it. So that triangle is a hole that's been cut into the rectangle and taken out. Mathematically, taking something out would be subtraction. So this is actually pretty straightforward once we break it down. So let's do that. We are, as I've already mentioned, looking at two main shapes. Those shapes are a rectangle here and then a triangle here. So let's pull the area formulas for each one of those. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Length of a rectangle is usually given right here at this long side, the longer side. In this case, rectangles, their opposite sides are the same. They've put it up here. So the length of this rectangle is 13 millimeters. The width then is usually the shorter side, and it's usually from the, on the bottom to top here. So our width is 7. Okay, area of a triangle. If you take a look at a rectangle, and then we cut it in half from opposite corner to opposite corner, you may notice we now have two triangles, one here and one here. That is why the area of a triangle looks suspiciously similar to the area of a rectangle. The length times the width divided by 2. Or, same thing, 1/2 of the length times the width. So those are the same formula done two ways. If you're using a calculator, this is probably the simplest way to do it. It all depends on what works best for you. Now, the length and the width of a triangle, the length is still the same. The length would be this bottom side from here to here. It's what the triangle would sit on the ground on if it could do that. So our length then is this number right here, 8. Our width in a triangle is this from here to here or here to here like it was on the rectangle. But if I'm looking, this would be the bottom side. That is now the height. So this line right here from the bottom side to the top opposite corner is my width, and we have a 2 there. So, and we are going to divide that by 2. So my area of my rectangle is 91. My area of my triangle, 8 times 2 divided by 2, 8 times 2 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is just 8. We could have, because you've already gotten through the fractions module, said 2 divided by 2 is just 8. All right, so we found our two separate areas. And recall earlier, we talked about the fact that this is a rectangle with a hole in it, and the hole is a triangle shape. So it's a rectangle that somebody cut out a triangle from. Cutting out is subtraction. So we simply take 91 and subtract 8.